For more, I'm joined by Mukesh Kapila. He's a former professor of global health and humanitarian affairs and an author. He joins us from Geneva. So first, let's talk about the election itself. It seems like there is a pandemic of distrust of elections, of saying the outcome is false, whether you are in Ethiopia or South America or in the United States. And one of the few ways to gain trust is by having observers. Is there anyone looking at this election in Ethiopia from the outside? Is there anything to give us reassurance that whatever the outcome is, it will be trusted?
I think the circumstances are complex, but the way the country has been moving in past months, there is a huge deficit of trust. So the prospects of this being a fair, free, or inclusive elections are unlikely. At least that's the general impression. These are important elections, but unfortunately, possibly, they will be important in the wrong way. They will consolidate the divisions in the country. Right. Not all parts of the country are part of the electoral process, and the circumstances are not appropriate for everyone to be able to freely express their wishes.
This is being portrayed as a real chance for actual democracy in Ethiopia. And Abiy has made, the prime minister, who was appointed, we should reiterate, he's made all kinds of promises of rooting out corruption and giving people opportunities, making the country truly free, truly democratic. Are people buying these promises?
I do not think so. I think, as everyone has said, he started off very well, and there was a great deal of optimism about the country. However, I think his authoritarian instincts have gradually driven a policy of exclusion and division. And so now the country is being torn apart. The violence in Tigray, I think, is now going to spread to other parts of the country. So it's difficult to know where the country is going to go to. But elections, they should be, and democracy, which are the foundation of elections, they're not built from the electoral process, they're built from the ground up. And as far as we can see, the current government in Addis is actually destroying the foundations of democracy, not building them up, regardless of what elections take place.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, because what choice do people have if they feel like the person promising democracy is actually working against that? So can you say there's anything that Abiy and his supporters have done to reduce those ethnic divisions or to convince people to put them aside, at least for the hope of a free election?
I don't think so. If you were to listen to the rhetoric of the past weeks, they are about appealing to nationalism. They are about appealing to a sense of identity that is a very centralized identity, almost a supremacist identity, rather than an appeal to the power that comes from the diversity of this extremely diverse nation. So, if anything, we are not really sure what this prime minister and this government stand for, but it certainly doesn't stand for an inclusive approach that brings together the people of the country. And all his words, and more than words, the practices we have witnessed in the last few weeks point towards something completely opposite. That's why these elections are, if anything, going to make the problems even worse in Ethiopia.
Right. The timing is so unfortunate, and it's such a precarious situation. Thank you for that, Mukesh.
Thank you.